Once who wants to be available for the session, they will be able to watch the recorded sessions without interruptions. All right, so let's go ahead. As I was making it clear, like once you have a winning trade or once you have a losing trade, you can lose 1%. Let me say if you're risking 1% or 2%. Let me say, for example, if you're risking 50%, depending on your account size, because risk management depends on anyone's amount you're willing or can afford to lose. If you can afford to lose 50%, and maybe you have, if you can afford to lose $50, and maybe that's your 10% of your account, you can go for it. If you can, like, the first thing is to say it's not 1%, because for example, 1% of let me say if you have an account of $10, 1%, that's $1, and it doesn't make sense for you to just enter in a trade or for you to take trade just to target $3 per day, $3 or $2 per day. It doesn't make sense, right? So for you to just make sure, for you to understand the risk management properly, you just need to understand first of all what's your account size and how much are you willing or how much can you afford to lose that on that account size. If you have an account size of let me say if you have an account size of $100, there is no need for uh like always to say if you have an account of $100 to mean if you're risking 1%, that's to mean, oh, I even said it wrong. On a $10 percent or on a $10 account, 1% is 1 cent, right? There's no way you are targeting 3 cents per day. So if you have an account of $100, to mean if you are risking 1%, to mean you are risking $1 per trade. To target $3 per trade, it doesn't make sense at all. There's no way you're just coming into trading just for you to look for $3 in the market. You get my point? So to me, it's the matter of you looking for how much amount can I lose on my certain account do I have. For example, if you have an account of $100, if you have an account of $100, to simply mean that how much can you afford to lose a trade on this $100? You get my point? How much? Not 50%, not 20%. Like how much can you afford to lose on this $100? I can afford to lose $10 per trade on this account. That's how much? That's 10% of your account. To me, you're not this percent. It might sound high, but that's the amount you can afford to lose. You get my point? Like coming into trading, you should know that the first thing is to know that the ones who knows how to manage the risk and who knows how to take calculated risk. Like for example, like me, the only way I make money through trading and the only way I pass through challenge like funded accounts or charity prop firms is because I do risk high but calculated. I do risk high but calculated. I take A plus setups. I risk high but calculated. You get my point? I calculate my risk and then I risk high most of the time, depending on how much I can afford to lose. You get my point? So from there, it might sound much at 10%. It might sound as something very much, but on your $100 account, that's not much for you. You get my point? That's not much for you. For you to say, oh, I'm risking. No one should tell you like to say you should always be risking 1% or 2%. No, it depends on your account size. That person who is saying you should always be risking 1% per trade, he have $1 million in his account. 1% is how much? It's like 10,000 or 1,000 something. You get my point? So to me, from that or 1,000, that's his 1%. And you are he's telling you risk 1% on $100. That's $1. How much will you make per month? Like it's not worth it, right? At least if you're taking a risk, take a risk which is worth it. Get my point? That's how you make money. Take a risk which is worth it. The first step for you to is just to make sure you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing in the first place. Once you know how to analyze the first thing, once you know how to analyze, you know that you're doing like a correct thing. You're analyzing, you're waiting for your retest, you break out, you retest, you're doing the correct thing, right? To me, what is left is now to say, how will I be risking? How be I risking? Like for example, through this week, you can see that we took 2 trades, right? Monday we didn't take a trade. Tuesday we took a trade. Wednesday we took a trade. Yesterday we didn't take a trade. To me, so far in this week we took 2 trades. Someone out there, like or before maybe we start this live trading session, you might find yourself you was taking 10 trades per day, or 2 trades or 5 trades per day. But this week so far we have took how many? 2 trades. You get my point? Yeah, we have took 2 trades because we are looking for setups. Like we are looking for, like, just trying to train yourself to look for setups which you are supposed to look for, not to come in the market thinking today is a trading day. What if you don't get the setup? Close your charts and move. Wait for tomorrow. You get my point? Close it. That's why most of the time I was like, this session, these live trading sessions, that's why I added them for it to help you to also know, or to make it to get to understand where the market, and also to understand the risk. You get my point? There is, like, for example, you might see I just posted the screenshot to say I lost $300, I lost $400, and then you feel like, oh, sorry, like, yeah, I feel it. It's a loss, right? But I don't feel like it's a loss because that's like, I have calculated the risk, right? One winning trade will cover everything. You get my point? So there is nothing to worry about that. Like for example, through this week, if my winning trade is free, like 1/3, for example, if I lost, if in this week we have already lost, let me show you. Like, if through this week we have already lost 2 trades, we took 2 trades and there was losing trade. You get my point? And then from there, one trade, this is, we just, let me say we lost 2%, right, of the account. That's 2 trades, and it was risking 1% per trade per account. Let's say we lost 2% of the account. You get my point? And then remember, one trade, we are risking 1% to target how much? To target 3%. You get my point? So if I clear it, if the first trade, maybe I say I lost $400, and then the second trade I also lost $400. To me, so far I'm down by how many? I'm down by $800 in this week. I'm down by $800 in this week. Let me, if I have a winning trade today, if I'm risking $400 per trade, to mean 400 times how many? Times 3. Just one single winning trade. One single winning trade will leave me with 1,200. To mean I will end a week with how much? With just I will end a week with $400. It started, it's the matter of just the risk management you take. You get my point? It doesn't matter if I lose 2 times, doesn't matter because I know 1, 2, 3 trade. For example, let me say, if I have, if I'm, let me say, if I'm risking $400 per trade, I'm down by $800 so far this week. And then if I have one winning trade, I will have, let me say, if I have 2 winning trades, to mean I'll be up by $400. Let me say if I also have another winning trade, that's how much? That's how much? $400. Another winning trade times 3. That's how much? That's $1,200. You get my point? So to me, 1,200 plus 1,000, well, plus $400. That's how much? That's 1,000. That's $1,600. To me, I lost 2 times and I won 2 times, but I'm up by 1,600. It seems like I lost 2 trades and I won 2 trades. You feel like I'm just on the I'm just on like, let me say I will just on break even. No, if I want to trade, it's the matter of how much, like how calculated was I when I was managing the risk. If I'm in a trade, I will make sure, if I'm taking a trade, I won't come out early. I won't keep the trade early. I will make sure I'm thinking of what about if I lose the next trade, or what about the trades I lost in past days. To me, if I'm taking a trade, I should always make sure it's giving me a clear risk to reward. It's giving me a clear risk to reward. Once I'm entering in a trade, it's giving me a clear risk to reward. Are you getting my point? Like, is it clear from here? That's how, if I had a losing trade, there's no need to panic. No, it's the matter of, first of all, to calculate how much can you afford to lose per trade. Then from there, risk calculated. You get my point? It doesn't matter. You can lose 2 trades in a row. It's possible. What matters is are you using the lighting? If you lose by you, because there is no way you will win from Monday to Sunday. I just gave you an example of how profitable you can be. I have 2 losing trades for a week, but 1 winning trade, we covered both losses and add more, $400. You get my point? So to me, it's the matter of risk management in the trade. To me, if I'm entering in a trade, if I'm taking a trade, if I have to target $1,200, I won't come out with $500. I won't keep the trade when it's at $500. To me, I will end the week with minus $300. Why? You get my point? That's the key to profitability. The reason why it's hard for you to stay profitable or for you to be profitable is that time you're entering in a trade and you're thinking on how much you're making currently. You're not thinking on what about the trade you will lose tomorrow or what about the trade you lost yesterday. For example, you get my point? Once you're in a trade, make sure you make enough from it. Once you are in a good trade, once you have captured or once you have caught that good trade, make sure you get enough from it. Make sure you get enough from it. Don't come out of the market once you find out when the market haven't yet reached your target. If it even reaches your target and you find there is a potential that the market is going to keep going, maybe you find another trading setup to keep it going. Let it run. You get my point? There is no, just once you find a good winning trade, just once you find a nice setup, make sure you make enough from it to accumulate more profits for tomorrow. Once you lose the trade tomorrow, it won't matter. It's the matter of risk management. There's no way you will lose twice your profit. You get my point? But you have to win 3 times or 4 times or 2 times your losses. You get my point? Your loss should be small, your winning trade should be big. Even if you try to find, like, your risk management will be determined by go and check in your history. Maybe if you started trading, go and check in your history. How much do you the reason why you will find your PNR, what we call PNR, PNR, profit and loss ratio, PNR, like profit and loss ratio, like PNR, like your PNR. If your PNR, the reason why you might find most of your PNR is negative is because you will find that you're winning once you have a losing trade. How much do you lose? And once you have a winning trade, how much do you make? If you find that the amount you lose and the amount you win, they're almost the same. They're not even times 2 or times 3. Something is wrong. Maybe you might be having a nice setup, something what, but if you check in your history and find your winning trades, once you know it's blue. When it's a winning trade, it's blue. When it's a losing trade, it's red. You know, you get right. Once you find there's blues and there's reds, they are no difference. Something is wrong. That's not trading. You can analyze properly, but then if your winning trades are equivalent to your losing trades, you're not doing anything in the market. Let this be clear, and I hope everyone can learn to this, because if you are scared of losing, if you are scared of losing, if you are scared of losing, it's because something is wrong. Like your risk management is not on point. Once you find yourself, you have entered the trade, but then something is like you feel like your heart is pumping so fast, know that something is wrong. Something is somewhere wrong. You get my point? Because you have just like you have entered the trade or you have risked a huge amount you can't afford to lose. That's why your heart is pumping. That's why. So if your heart is pumping, definitely your mind will be also. You get my point. You'll be making decisions. Once the market move a little bit, you'll be out of the market. It's just like you trying. Let me not say it, but then you're like a proper risk management leaves your mind at peace, and then you manage your trades properly. Risk management, that's why that's the first thing to do. That's the first thing. Most of the time, even setups doesn't matter. For example, I might enter a trade from anywhere, for example, but making sure that if I lose, I will just lose a very low amount of money. If I get to have profits, I will make double or 3 times. Or if you play that game, you can even end up being profitable without you even following any setup. You get my point? Maybe you might lose, yes, the profits might not be the same compared to you looking for a setup, having a strategy. But then from there, I know that you can't be the same person who's just entering. You have a nice setup. I mean, you have a nice analysis, but then risk management is outside. It's the matter of how much do you make once you have a nice winning trade, and how much do you lose when you have a bad losing trade. That's what matters. The first place. That's what matters. That's what is important in the market, and that's what you should focus on in the first place. In the first place, losing is not an issue. The issue is how much do you lose once you have a losing trade. Get my point? How much do you lose once you have a winning trade, a losing trade? Is it clear? All right. So if it's clear, like that's the important thing when it comes to trading. That's the one of the important things. Otherwise, you will find, like, most of the time you will find I'm not scared to enter in a trade because I know my risk management is on point. You get my point? My risk management, that's the first thing. If I know that I'm already trading my profits, maybe I had a winning trade, maybe last week, like I had a winning week, for example. To me, I'm calculating, like, if I'm taking trades, the trade, if I have one winning trade, to me, if I'm risking $400 per trade, $400 per trade. If I have a winning trade, that's 1,200, right? So 1,200, I have free trades of $400. To mean the next free trades I will be taking, I will be only trading my profits. You get my point? To mean even if I lose, I won't care. It's not like I won't care, but now I will be carrying on making more, using my profits to make more profits. It's better to lose from your profits more than losing from your capital. That's why once you have a winning trade, make sure you get enough from it. Just make sure you get enough from it. It's better to lose from from your profits, and it leaves you at peace. Once you're losing from your profits, if you have a losing trade from your profit, it doesn't mean you should just enter in any trade because you are trading your profits. No, you should now be aiming for the profits I have made. I'm using it to trade. So let me now use these profits to make more profits. For these profits to also make more profits. To mean you will be in a reign of trading your profits. You get my point. Aim to pay to trade your profits more than trading your capital. That is to mean the first trade, that's what matters. The first trade, that's what matters from your capital. If you just deposited the first trade, that's what matters. You get my point. If the first trade is a winning trade, boom, you're gone. You get my point. Maybe if it's a losing trade, you lose some from your capital, but make sure on it, just make sure you're aiming to trade your profits. That's how, if you're in a winning trade, you won't cancel it when it haven't reached your target. You won't cancel the trade when it haven't reached your target. Because of what? You know the meaning of what is risk management. You know the meaning of being profitable in the market. You get my point, right? You know the meaning of being profitable in the market. So that's what matters. So let's go ahead. Now we have got gold right now. I've got gold, and let's see what gold is doing right here. And before we go ahead on risk management, I don't know if there is anyone who got a question right here. Is there any question? Is everything clear? Any question? Any question? Anyone who have a question? Risk management? Like, is it clear? Are we on the same page? Are we on the same page? So I hope there is all right, Cree. I hope there is no one who has a question. So I want before like this is the trade we're waiting for right now. All right, this is the trade we're waiting for right now. I don't know. So now I wanted to give today. I want to give one of the members to maybe share any of his or her setup. And then yeah, let's analyze. One of you can analyze it, analyze the market for us. Just any member, like any any member who have a setup, you can share. You just let me know, and then you will share your screen. Then analyze what you think in the market. What you think gonna happen in the market. What happened in? Oh, sorry. I want to check. I was analyzing. I had the trade proposal AD card. I even forgot about it. That AUD card wasn't like didn't give a clear. AUD card is yesterday didn't give a clear. I even had a proposal on a sell. I didn't just confirm. Like you can see, we were supposed to have an entry right here. Once the market broke this level, I just confirmed a clear breakout and the retest. Then the market is still pushing to the downside. Just had to take advantage on this. The market is still pushing. That was airy. That was airy, airy new. Was it Tokyo session? That was airy Tokyo session. That was airy Tokyo session. I just took advantage on this one, and yeah, it's going great so far. But then, yep. So let's see how this one plays out as well. Yeah, I want to give one of you, like any of you, Alfred, Alfred, and other members. Any setup for us?
The setup which I had is on gold also.
It's on God.
Yeah, was I was analyzing gold, so since it's the one which you're analyzing, I think it's okay. Yeah.
Oh, you had this one.
Yeah, it's the same one which I had. Yeah.
All right. Oh, all right. Anyone with any other one with a setup? So to simply mean what we had here, you can see that first of all, before we start analyzing, first of all, the first thing we need to do, we have to go in. First of all, we have to go in the higher time frame. The first thing, as a reminder, as I always say, the first thing you need to do before we decide to enter in the market, before we decide to enter in the market, before we decide to enter in the market, before we decide to enter or to have a starting or a trading day, the first thing we need to do, first of all, is there anyone who can remind me? Maybe before I even say it, that's like a rule. The first thing, the first step, or the first thing we need to do. Is there anyone who can remind me? The first thing, forex factor. Yeah, what or fundamental analysis. All right. Oh, Eme raised his voice. I don't know if you want to say something.
Yeah, they have already said it's like you have to start from the forex factory before you go to try to analyze. You have to start checking about forex factory. You look if you have any currencies, holiday, or any news which will impact the market during the day. You avoid those impact news or the holiday currency, so you can check for the ones which has an activity. You decide to trade when there is no much impact like that.
All right. Perfect. So the first thing, that's like a rule. The first thing we do, that's Forex Factory. Forex Factory to mean checking what is going on in world currency, world economy. To mean what Forex Factory does for us, like let me again share the link. Let me share the link. Let me share the link. That's the link of Forex Factory. That's the first thing we do once when we start analyzing the market. When we want to have an analysis day or when you want to start having a trading day, or for us to decide to have a trading day, the first thing we do, we need to first of all make sure what is going on in world currency, because what we are trading is not what the market, what just the computer sprays out or outputs of the computer. No, it's what is happening in the world currencies, in the different world currency. I mean different world economy. So from there, we can see we have USD. Here they will tell us the date, the time, the currency, and the impact it will do to the market. So the impact, they symbolize it in form of colors, where this yellow means it's just low. It means nothing. Medium, it's just medium. And this just medium means nothing. And this red one, you should be careful now about these red ones. Should be careful about these red ones. You get my point? Should be careful about these red ones. These are the high impact news. For example, to me, the whole day, on euro, the market is gonna be having German prelim CPI, what. You get my point? Like they're gonna be having CPI. Like to me, they will be involving high volatilities in the market. In euro currencies, there will be involving high volatilities, certain high volatilities in the market. To me, whatever we're going to be trading today, we are going to be avoiding euro currencies. Euro currencies. We're going to be avoiding euro currencies because they have mentioned this is a holiday. To me, there might be even inclusion of manipulations in the market. To me, we're going to be avoiding euro currencies. You get my point? Like any currency pair which involves euro, we're gonna try our best to avoid trading that currency pair. You get my point? So from there, what we do have, you can see that this is a high impact news, which is also like the same as you can see that yesterday, for example. Yesterday we had these ones, which looks great. These are like non-economic. You will find them on bank holidays. To mean on bank holidays, in that certain current country, there will be a bank holiday. There will be some event going on to mean that there might be something going on in the country. For example, in Rwanda, maybe if you have like or something like that, there will be a holiday, right? To mean banks will not be working. To mean transaction won't be going on. So to mean the currency also won't be having value for that, like won't be having volatility, won't be moving for that day. So to me, there is no need for us to take the trade, whereas the market won't be moving. We want to enter in a buy and the market pushes to the upside. We want to enter in a sell and also the market pushes downside. Get my point? So from there, what we have is to just avoid trading such currencies in that time of period. You get my point? So to mean if we have like this time, this was a whole day, to mean the whole day we'll be avoiding. And if it's today, that's today. We have only to avoid euro and maybe to avoid the USD. Around 6 p.m. we should be avoiding USD and also card pairs. Can say card pairs. Any currency pair which involves card. If I'm in a trade which involves card, I will be careful at 6 p.m. Get my point? I will be careful at 6 p.m. You get my point? So that's it. That's what I have here. And then now we can now dive back in the chats and see what's happening. Now dive in the chat and see what's happening. So now you can see that we already have, after deciding what we're going to be avoiding, to mean in certain, we won't be trading euro currencies, won't be trading euro currencies. So yeah, that will be it. We'll be avoiding euro currencies. And we have to go to look for a setup on gold. To mean currently I'm looking on gold. this one have already moved, so we won't consider. If we would have been in trading hours, we would have entered another, like those who have missed this one would have entered right here, but the market have already moved, so we have got to wait. So right here we have got this one have already moved, so just have to decide to edit it. We have got gold. For us to start analyzing, first of all, we need to go in the higher time frame for us to see what is the market structure present in the higher time frame. You can see that what gold did. Gold was trying to like broke the trend line and then broke the structure to the downside as well. Get my point? Gold broke the structure to the downside. The same thing, the same thing gold tried to come to the upside to also break the structure to the upside. Though it just did what? It just did a liquidity sweep. But then if you try to see in the lower time frame, like 30 minutes time frame, you find that gold have tried to do what? Try to change the character back to the upside. Back to the upside. To me, I was considering that gold is gonna give us, and from the confirmations of the EMA from maybe the 1 hour time frame and the 4 hour time frame, I can see that gold was rejecting from the 200 EMA, and as well it was above the 200 EMA. And just that, I'm not trusting this change of character right here. From the higher time frame, it's a liquidity sweep. From the higher time frame, it's a liquidity sweep. So for me to trust it, to say this is a change of character, that's what is getting not to make it an A plus setup, but then the market someone asked to say ako ndakumvishe ubwo red kara ni ukugendera kure. Yeah, he was meaning he got it, he just got it to mean there's red colors, to mean there's high impact news. We should be avoiding them in any of the ways. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You're right. You just got it. So now what we have here is we have got 1 hour time frame. Also, the market just did the liquidity sweep. What do you mean by liquidity sweep? The market didn't break the structure by candle, like the market didn't just come and close above of the candlestick. It just did what? It just swept. Just used a week to just, to me, this is not a change of character. This is not a change of character. This is what? This is a liquidity sweep. It just swept. What to call liquidity sweep. There are people who had stop losses right here. It just swept them out and then kept on pushing to the downside. So to me, this setup, I'm not trusting it 100%. It's not making it an A price setup. It's not making it an A price setup. So if we take it, we're gonna lower the risk. If we was risking 2%, we're gonna risk 1% because this is not an A price setup. You get my point? It's a clear breakout and it's a clear retest. But then the market didn't give us a clear change of character for us to decide that this was a change of character, to confirm that the market is going to keep going, changing the character to the upside. You get my point? So to me, that was not, that was clear for us to don't consider it as a nay price setup. Otherwise, that was a clear breakout, and then that was a clear test. But then the market didn't break the change of character to the upside. You get my point? So from there, what we have here is but then if you check properly, the market broke the structure to the downside. To me, if the market doesn't give me a better rejection point from here, like me to decide to take this trade, if the market will close above this level, if the market will close above this level, then I will consider to take the trade. If the market gives me an uptrend in the lower time frame, I will consider to enter in a trade. To me, an uptrend I want in the lower time frame, I have to shift in the lower time frame, and then I confirm. You can see that the market have clearly broke the structure in the lower time frame, but it rejected also on the 200 EMA. To me, we are not safe yet to start buying from the rejection. This is not a clear rejection. It gave us a change of character, but then you can see the CMA was rejecting. To me, we want a confirmed clear uptrend for us to take the trade in the lower time frame. You get my point? Are we clear? Like, is it clear from here? Did you see what I did here? Like, is it clear?
Inside screen.
No, someone said it's not clear. To mean, I want to mean, like, for me to just enter in a trade, for me, you can see that in the higher time frame, in the 1 hour time frame. I want to make sure that the market at least breaks this level. For me, closes above this level. For me to confirm that it's a clear rejection. So for me to confirm a clear rejection also, goes with in if because there is no way I will see that the market have made a change of character to confirm a rejection. Because I need to enter on a rejection to make sure that the market have rejected from the trend line, pushing to the upside, right? So for me to confirm that is if the market will close at this level, or to make it easy, I need to confirm a change of character in the lower time frame. Because if I wait for a change of character in the higher time frame, to mean I have to wait for the market to break this level. So the stop loss will be very big. But if I come to the lower time frame, I will confirm the market structure from the lower time frame. You can see, right? You can see the market was pushing to the downside. You can see this was the recent high. And then you can see how the market came all the way and change the character from here, but pushed back to the upside. So I want also the market to break this level again. Give me a clear uptrend so that I will know that the market is not keep on pushing downside. The market have just reversed. To know that the market have reversed, it's if I have to shift to the lower time frame, like 5-minute time frame, for me to confirm a clear change of character. Because if I wait for a change of character in the higher time frame, the stop loss will be big, right? But if I wait if I shift to the lower time frame, I will see a clear change of character. I will see how the market is clearly changing the character to the upside so that I can enter in the market early before the trend changes as early as possible. Then I take the trade. You get my point? Is it clear? I want to enter in the market as early as possible after confirming the market that have changed the current, after the confirm that the market have changed the trend. So to change the trend is that the market have to break this level, this highest point, just to confirm from the market structure, right? The market structure, for me to confirm that the market is going to keep pushing up the upside, is if it was breaking the lowest point, but now it will start targeting the highest point. So it has to change the character to break this level so that I confirm that the market is going to push. So if I want to enter in a buy, I will wait for this change of character, which is the one which have already happened right here. You can see, right? The market targeted the highest point. You can see the market targeted the highest point. So to me, I want a clear uptrend movement. Okay, so to me, I will consider the market to just come and break, so that it gives me a clear change of character in the lower time frame. Get my point? Is it clear now? Yeah, it's clear. That setup is it's clear. Seriously, you can't just take it whereas the market haven't yet gave you a clear rejection. And for you to confirm a clear rejection, it just from the market structure. You can't confirm a change of character in the higher time frame because the stop loss will be big, right? The market will have moved way more far. So for you to make it easier, you just have to get a confirmation from the lower time frame for you to see where the market started from, for you to just see a clear change of character. Change of character, you know what is change of character, right? Like someone who asked Bruno, is it clear now? This is clear what we want in the market. Bruno, is it clear? Just change of character. Yeah, all right, perfect. All right, perfect. If anything is not clear, just let me know. Then I will have to answer about it. So you can see that the market is still pushing the upside. So that's what we are waiting for. You want to wait for a clear change of character. Is it clear? So that's what we are waiting for. On gold, we are waiting for the market to close. For the candlestick, we have 6 minutes to see where the candlestick will close from. Because it have to close above this level, then we take the trade. It have to close above this level, and then we take the trade. So that's the trade we have right now. We need to consider on gold currently. That's the trade we need to consider on gold currently. Let me just validate EMA. So that's the trade. Let me share it in the community so you can buys buy setup on gold. All right, I've shared it in the community as well. So that's what we're waiting for. So to make it easy, we just have to just come and just put a narrate, just put a narrate, just come here and then click here and then add it on this level. Then once the market reaches there, it will just give it as an alert. Reason why I told you that I can do this analysis on my laptop, but then maybe I want to go somewhere or I want to just go anywhere else. So it will notify me on my phone because it's ringed. This account is the same account I used to log in on the one on my phone. So I will have to link them, and then from there it will just give me a notification once the market gives me a confirmation on once the market reaches to this level. So this is what we got to wait and see what the market does, and we clearly have yeah, this is what we have got to wait. On gold, buys on gold, that's a clear breakout, that's a clear retest, that's a clear breakout, that's a clear retest. So let's watch out and see what the market does. We have got how many minutes? We have got 3 minutes. I guess the market haven't yet. It's not gonna be on that level. So let's watch out and see. I've got 2 minutes to wait and see. And I hope these live sessions they are helping you. And uh as a career for the ones who are in this session currently, is to make it clear or for the a clear understanding. We had these sessions from was it Monday or Tuesday? We had this session from Monday every day. We're having such sessions. Like as a clear understanding, what is it helping you and what is it like compared to live classes, what is this session helping you? Like for a career, just let me know in the session and what you want more from it. What is it helping you? Or what are you doing from it? Or what are you learning from it? What are the benefits you are getting from it? Just let me know in the chat box so I can get to consider which time schedule should I give it for the next week or for the next coming days. Yeah, let me know your point of view on it for these live sessions. What is it helping you? And yeah, for me to know what to consider in the coming weeks. Yeah, let me know in the comment what is it helping you, what have you learned from it through this week. From Tuesday up to today, we had these live sessions every day. What is it helping you? And yep, let me know. Let me know in the chat box. Let me know in the chat box. In the chat box. Let me see. Yeah, I wasn't familiar with the chart, but I started to love it more. Oh, all right. Since we had this kind of session, helped me to have confidence and be able to face my weakness in the market. Ese ushatse alert yawe ntiwayishyira kuri iyo bullish ya nyuma iri kwiforoma alert yawe. He was asking me to say like if I want, can't I put the alert on the recent bullish which is forming? No. If I put it on the recent bullish which is forming, then to me it's like to say if a bus is moving from here to, let me say, from Kenya to you, or from Kenya to Rwanda, there is a certain period of there is a certain place where it should be arrested or it should arrested to stop. To mean if they like to mean they will put the arrest ahead of where it's going. You get my point? Not where it is right now. To mean arrest means the market will reach at that level. Like we're waiting for the market to reach that level. So to me, I will put the arrest where the market haven't reached yet. Where I'm expecting the market to arrest me, to give me a narrative. Yeah, that's what it means. So we can't put it on the recent, which is forming. We put it where we want the market to reach and inform us. Yeah. Me as a beginner, I start to know more about charts. Maybe when we get to learn this in group of beginner, it will be easier to me. Yeah, don't worry about that. That's the point. So Gasana, you raised your hand. I saw it. So I don't know if you have something to say or something to ask. Gasana.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So I just
Yeah,
wanted to ask you, there is
yeah.
some relationship between gold and is it DXY or the
Mm.
there's this way
Yeah,
between gold pairs and the DXY. Like if one is
DX
high, other is low.
DXY you want to talk about? No, like these are just memes or just things what people say is every single chart is identical. Yeah, every single chart is identical. Like if DXY, that's like a an indice for US dollar, for USA dollar, US dollar. So if they no, that's like what people say is happens the most. What matters is for you to just focus on. If you're analyzing God, you should focus on God, not what the XY did or no. If you're analyzing God, analyze God. Yeah, you can see that if we would have entered in the market, if you had entered in the market was still against us. So to me, we are waiting for a clear change of character. Market to give us a clear change of character. So the market have to break this level, then we consider to enter the trade. So Ninat, all right. So the consistency of being on the charts, even when you get some losing trades or winning trades. Yep. The importance of having a specific timing of trading. Yeah. Because these are the times like let me be talking about anything, everything. Like these are the specific, the having a specific time. The way like just because you guys already know that this is the time we just have a live trade. To me, You won't be wasting time in the evening looking for trades which are not there. Having a specific time of trading. If it's 11:30 or if it's 8 a.m., it's 8 a.m. Rwandan time. Or it's 11:30, it's 11:30. We should be in the charts 11:30 and look for the ones which are available from 11:30 onwards. If they have happened before, they have happened. If they will happen after, we will take them. But we should look for this one. If it's 11:30, having a specific timing of trading, because consistency, that's what it does, right? The importance of always being up to date with the charts. Yep. The openness to the market, doing things based on what the market giving us and not what I am thinking of doing. Yeah. If I was thinking of a buy and the market gives me a sell setup, I go with it. Even if from the beginning I had, yeah, which is, you get my point. Yeah, you get my point, right? So yeah, that's it. Looking for, like, we should just look for what the market gives you. Just take time on the analysis, on the decision you want to make. If it's a buy, take time on that decision. Or if it's a buy, take time and see am I going to have a buy? Am I going to have a sell? You get my point? Yeah, that's what is important. So we have got this level to be broken. We have got this level to be broken. Is there anyone who have any other importance of these live sessions? There anyone who have any other any other important, like anything else to say about these live sessions? Or if you want to say more about it, I just want to know, because I want to know if what I'm trying to let you know, or what I'm trying to, or the lock I'm unlocking, if it's unlocking as well. You get my point? Being open to the chats. The first thing I tried to show you, we have took trades together, we have lost two trades as well. And you saw how, like, we have shared, like, you have seen how I do handle losing trades. It's not like I don't lose. It's not like, oh, but when I lose, how do I handle that? When I have a losing trade, how do I handle that? And you have seen we have lost together, and we winning trades, we also have winning trades together. That's what matters. You see how I manage my losing trades, you see how I manage my winning trades. You get my point? That's what matters. That's what matters. The first place. Yeah, so from there, let's see what the market does. And yeah, we have got to wait from here. And through the next week or so, we're gonna be having more of trading sessions, more of these trading sessions. Yep. Even next week, we're gonna be having more of trading sessions. And this is how we're gonna achieve the goal of the year, at least at the end of this year. At least everyone in this session, everyone in my academy should be at least aiming, targeting minimum $1,000 per trade. You get my point? $1,000 per trade. For it to make money in the forex market, if we just take time to analyze, look for quality setups, risk accordingly. Not just means of risking 1% and take many trades. No, just you can risk 5% on a trade, depending on how much you can afford to lose. You get my point? And then have a nice winning trade. Even if it's a losing trade, you just lose once. Two, three winning trades or one winning trade, they will cover everything for the month. You get my point? So it's just a matter of you taking time to analyze and calculate the risk accordingly, and make sure you're not fooling yourself. Risking 1% on $50, that's nothing. Let me say that. That's nothing, right? Let me say that, for example. Oh, $10, 1% on $10. That's also nothing. Yeah. So from there, that's what we need to just know. I guess it was clear from here. We have got to wait on this gold and see what the market gives us. Unless if I can see another clear setup. But then can see this breakout is, but then the market structure is not informed better. GBP, JPY, let's see, the market is, but this is what we call forcing a trade. This is what we call forcing a trade. There's no trade here. There's no way it can just move here to just come and there's no way the market is gonna do something for you like this. To just want to come and retest your no, it just this thing I did right here, it's what we call forcing a trade setup. Forcing a trade setup. Yeah, I'm trying to find a trade which is not there. I'm trying to just connect this trend line to see if no. There's no way the market can just respect you and just come and retest your trend line from all the way down here and then push back to the upside. No, no. If this trade becomes a winning trade, I'll quit Forex. This one. No. Yeah. Yeah, that's a clear retest, but I know it's risky for you. Okay, there are some things. Okay, you also get to understand properly. Once these live sessions, they will get to also to get you to get my experience of trading. Like my experience, what I have experienced the most in trading. Like there's setups, there's things which the market does, and you feel like they went in a favor for you. They did what you exactly wanted. These are traps. What you exactly wanted, these are traps. That's where manipulations comes from. See the way just the trend line was way more far, and the market moved all the way from up here just to come and touch my trend line. No, it's like a president coming from the White House to come and ask me what's wrong with my life or something like that. It's just an example. Just a big trap. You get my point. Just you to just wait for just a clear setup. What you know works. Which setups you have experienced in the market. Now see what God is doing. You have seen how it was a risky trade, and this is how you protect yourself from having losing trade. Someone would have lost from here, right? Someone would have lost from here. So I am sure to get to be that's very true. We are getting to know how you think before you enter the trade. Yeah, when you are in a trade and after the trade, we are seeing how you follow the strategy from A to Z without missing a step. Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens. The reason is because running a strategy by yourself, you will learn from the experience, right? Like I have a experience on like I have experienced the market, I have faced the market, I have faced losses. So from there I know what to do. I know what the market does to trap me. I know most of the things like that. You get my point? So from there, it gets you to understand properly what you have to do in the market, what you should choose exactly in the market, what you should be looking for in the market. Because once you go astray, or once you just make it to just say the market will do what you want, not the market, you just following your strategy and refer on what the market is gonna do. Hey, that's what the market does to you. Someone said currently in a loss on gold. Uh how? Did you take the trade? Did you take a buy? Yeah, okay, fine. Let me just say, as long as it was a calculated risk, fine. Just that's a lesson. I know what happened on that loss you took. It won't happen again next time. Maybe you learn from that loss. That's what is important. So it doesn't matter. You smile. It doesn't matter. The important thing is make sure you didn't break your plan. Yeah, that's what matters the most. Yeah, for trading to become easy for you, it's just you to understand and not ignore anything. Don't ignore anything. Just follow what is there. Just follow the strategy, not what you think is gonna happen. Because the market that's what where when the market will make you look like trading is high. Just a matter of you following what you know, what the strategy gives. Yeah, so that was a rejection also. So we have got to wait 14 minutes and see. And currently, as we are waiting on gold, I didn't find any other, let me see, GBP USD. All right, so let's wait on gold and see. We have got 13 minutes to go. Where the maybe I might say we have got 43 minutes to go because there's no way this candlestick in 30 minutes is gonna close from here up here. So we've got another candlestick to close. So we've got like 42 minutes to wait and see what the market does. So we're gonna end this session from here. Once we're gonna have a clear entry, we're gonna be updated in the group, in the community group. Make sure you have joined the community group. Make sure you have joined the community group. If you haven't joined the community group, you're missing. Make sure you have joined the community group. That's why the community groups is there. Group is there. So for now, that's all we have got. So let's wait on God and see what the market does. We keep updated in the group. Thank you very much for the lesson. All right, you're welcome. You're welcome. All right, let me end the session from here and see you very soon. All right. See you.